Speaking about transformation in the insurance industry, CEO of Line of Africa Insurance, Adam Samie, addressed delegates at the insurance conference this afternoon. Adam, you touched on the role of INSETA in this regard, and of course, you know, there is an obvious need to appoint people based on skill in the insurance industry and in all industries in South Africa for that matter. As the sector education and training authority, what should INSETA be doing differently to what it's currently doing?
Thank you. I think, the first thing that INSETA needs to do is to get far more in touch with what the real needs are for insurers and companies in the sector. I think that some of their programs are way too focused on delivery of political goals, and so they almost appear to be done simply for the sake of getting a program out there, which is a really big waste of resources and of no real value to us within the sector. I think that similarly, insurers need to be far more engaging of INSETA and to cooperatively determine what kind of programs could work. And here, I really believe that a one-size-fits-all is just not the answer. Different companies have different needs, and I think there needs to be far more flexibility on the way that sectoral training and funding is managed to achieve particular and appropriate results. Where we are at the moment, there's a vast need for, at the top of the tree, for actuaries. What is INSETA doing about that? How do we intervene and help insurers and the companies that need actuaries now, to develop some of these skills for the future? Because to me, there's a duality around this challenge, because there are those skills that we need immediately, and there are those skills that we can afford to develop over time. And I think the advantage and benefit that an INSETA brings to the conversation is with state funding and with the benefit of much more longer-term planning, which state organizations do, that we are then able to develop strategies that can address both needs, both for the short term and the long term.
Of course, insurers have got to, balance those needs as well and appoint people based on skill. You mentioned there is this dire need for actuaries, and there's skills shortages across the industry. What should insurers be doing to balance this need to appoint people based on merit and skill, but also take time and money to invest into training, new entrants? What one thing can insurance companies do differently?
Well, simply, it's an approach to people development. I think that I think that insurers, it's not just insurers. I suppose it's brokers as well. We take this idea that people are a skills resource, like money and like machines, a little bit too literally. I think that we need to understand that people need to be developed, and that we need to develop, our HR departments need to come up with people-centered policies. Because there are nuances to the types of training that is required. There are those people who maybe are current incumbents in particular jobs that now need to be trained and upskilled to the next level. That provides an opportunity to bring somebody else in with a lower level of skill, but you're upskilling all the time. And that is an effective way, I believe, that one can address the immediate skills needs of our industry. For the longer term, the issue really is about how we bring and create skills pools by bringing in youngsters, into our sector. And I think this is very definitely an area where the government can play an immense role, because they can subsidize through youth employment subsidies, etc. They can subsidize the cost for organizations to bring these youngsters in, give them an appropriate level of skills before releasing them back into the broader environment, and in that way create a skills pool that currently we're just not getting there. We're just not getting there.
Do insurers have a choice in this matter?
In the long run, they don't. And I think that the future, I can see how many people want to embrace technology as the answer, but technology requires even more skill to develop and to bring to the fore. So until and unless we do that, we have no choice. We have to walk this path, and it's a choice also. It's an imperative also, rather, for South Africa. We have to develop our people if we're going to be the successful and winning nation that we all want us to be.